Yo, if my parents ever heard this story, I would never be able to go anywhere by myself ever again. And let me tell you why. Let me tell you what happened. Hey, what's up? Hello, and what is good people? It's your girl Z, aka Zin, and if you're new here, welcome to Queen Zey's world. So for today, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm right now yelling in the forest in my neighborhood because I'm about to tell you a story time that is gonna, like, if my parents ever heard this, it would leave them shook. And if I change angles or anything, it's because, like, right now the tree right now is holding my everything together. This camera, oh wait, I'm upside down. This tree is holding the camera together, so you know, if I change backgrounds, it's because this just was not working. I tell you that this is real life. I'm not making up this story time. We all know those YouTubers who make up, you know, exaggerate stuff. I swear to you, I'm not a YouTuber, so what do I have to gain from this? I'm just telling you guys this story because, first of all, it's really important and I have a good message, so just stay tuned till the end. The sun is setting, the lighting's gonna change, whatever. Let me just get my story out. Let's have some backstory. So this story took place on last Saturday. For those of you who know me from Snapchat or who know me from real life, I didn't put it on my Snap story, but I alluded to it. So these birds, man, they're chilling. Anyway, so it was a really sunny day, you know, like in my city around this time, it's May right now. Around this time, like it's usually like plus 15, you know, not that hot. It was really hot and my city is built on a river, right? So, you know, I was like looking for a buddy to go to the river, you know, chill. You can see a little corner of the tree, but this is my tripod, so bear with me. So I was looking for a buddy to go to the river to chill. No one was available, you know, everyone was busy. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go by myself to the river. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna cool down because it's freaking hot and I'm gonna have a good time. That's what I thought. By the river, by the beach or whatever you call it, the river bank. By the river bank, there's a forest, you know? So there's like civilization up the hill, there's a forest, and then there's the river bank. And along the beach, there are places where you can sit down and dip your feet in and, you know, watch the ducks and, you know, wave to the other people on the other side of the river. I went down, you know, was going through the forest, much like this one, except, yeah, you know, anyway. I was going through the forest and, you know, like it was pretty empty except for a few people here and there walking by, running by on the trail. So, you know, I was just chilling. I've said, you know, like how many times. Theodore is probably counting. Anyway, I was walking down the path to go look for a prime spot to dip my feet in. And then, you know, I see this man. So I wave at him. He's an elderly man. You know, I say hi, hello, because, you know, in Canada we're freaking polite. This isn't America. Americans don't come for me. And I see this man. He's an elderly man. I say hello and I wave. And then he just like looks at me and then waves back. You know, and I was like, okay, he's chill. He's probably also, you know, just taking a stroll in the forest. I think nothing of it. When I get closer to this man, he's still smiling, you know, like with a wide smile like this. And, you know, like he starts, you know, looking me up and down. And I'm like, okay, it's probably he's looking at the dashiki skirt or whatever. He's probably appreciating my skirt from South Africa that my mom got me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then all of a sudden he says, "You're a nice girl, right? Or you're a nice girl, eh?" Like in this Russian accent. There are a lot of Russian people at my church, so Russian people don't come for me. I know it was a Russian accent. And I was like, okay, yeah, I nodded. I was like, yes, I am a nice girl. You know, I was just like, okay, maybe he doesn't know that much English, which is fine. Doesn't mean he's not smart. So I was just like, okay. And he kept like staring at me, and for some reason I had stopped. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not here to make conversation with anyone. I don't know this man. Let me just keep going. So I turn around, you know, thinking, okay, that was a little bit weird. And when I get like 10 meters or whatever ahead, what do I hear? I hear running footsteps behind me. I hear running footsteps. I'm like, there's no way this man's gonna. I'm like, I'm alone in a forest, and the only other person here is this elderly man who like looked me up and down and asked me if I was a nice girl with like this shady smile, and his gold tooth was glinting in the sun. I'm like, This is the stuff of like Hollywood. But I was like, okay, whatever. Maybe he's just chilling. Let me not judge him. Anyway, I hear this running. I turn around.